So for today's video I'm going to be doing a stationery haul. I have picked up quite a bit of stationery recently, and I know I did a haul a couple of weeks ago now featuring loads of beauty and fashion pieces, and I was going to put this in here, but then I realised how much I've actually bought, which is a bit of a concern really, and I thought I would do a whole separate haul just showing you. This was actually really requested. I was quite surprised. I wasn't going to do a haul, I was just going to feature it in another video, but then loads of you said you wanted to see a full-on stationery haul, so that is what I'm going to be doing for you today. Maybe this will inspire you to buy some stationery, and all of this stuff is really inexpensive. Taking away the revision guides, I think the most expensive thing I bought was £5. The first thing I bought is kind of stationery, kind of not stationery, but it is a fidget cube. I absolutely love this. I think this was about £4 on eBay. It's just so much fun to fiddle with. It's kind of got like this little rotation dial. You then got 5 buttons, I think 3 or 4 of which actually make a sound. You then have these 3 twisty bits and then a metal ball which you can click and fun around. You then have like an on-off switch, which is my favourite because I just love flicking this up and down. Then on the top you've kind of got like this gear stick kind of thing, which again I love. And then at the bottom you've got a hole for your thumb because it's just so soft. I don't think this is probably the real thing because they're about £20. But this was about £4.50 I think on eBay, so really inexpensive, and I absolutely love it, and they do it in loads of different styles. The things I've picked up are from Amazon. Now all of this was actually purchased with a gift voucher which I got for my birthday, so that's why I didn't really mind spending this much on things because it was a gift voucher, so I thought I would use it. So the first thing I bought is this history textbook. This is the LXL GCSE 9-1 history for Weimar and Nazi Germany. This is super duper handy. I absolutely love this because like it's not the best, it's not my favourite book, but this is just really helpful for when it comes to revision. I actually have like quite a big test coming up in the first week of April, so this is going to be really handy for revising. It's also going to be really handy when I come back to doing in the summer of year 10 and then again in year 11 for my exams. And if you are doing LXL history, I definitely recommend getting these books with the faces on. These are better than the CGP ones just because these are made for the LXL specification and it includes everything, and I find a lot of our lessons come from this book anyway, so if the teachers are obviously using it, that's quite a nice reassurance. Then the next 2 books I purchased were for French. The first one is the French grammar book, and this is brand new. This only came out on the 9th of March, so it is literally brand new. I was scrolling through Amazon, so I was going to get the textbook, which I'll show you in a minute, and then I saw this hadn't even been released, and I was watching Eve Bennett's video about languages and how the grammar book's really handy, and I saw this was being released and I purchased it. I haven't used it just yet, but basically it's a grammar book which you fill in. It also tells you how to apply the tenses, and I just find this really handy because grammar is such a key part of the GCSE, so if you can master it, it helps so much, and it's just nice now to be able to actually put some of my knowledge to use, so by doing practice works and things like that, and the answers are in here again, so it's really nice to be able to check that you're doing things correctly. And I think this was about £4.95. And then the other book I purchased was the revision guide. Again, this is really handy. I love how colourful it is, and I recently had a speaking exam, and it was really nice to be able to read like in a normal speaking exam what kind of things you need to include. It's also got some really good revision tips in here, but it's also got example sentences of what's a good grade and what's an excellent grade. For example, it will say the question, a simple answer, and an extended answer. So you know, a simple answer is kind of like a C or now a 5, and the extended answer is looking towards those like 7s, 8s and 9s and things like that. So this is really handy. This was about £5, and I definitely recommend if you're doing French or any other language to get the CGP guides, as we have the AQA proper French textbook, but because it's a textbook it's more just like activities to do, whereas this is revision. And then the final thing that I bought from Amazon, really hard to hold up, but I bought some sticky notes, didn't I? These are by the brand Stickin', and these were about £5 something. You get 1,200 sheets, so you're getting 4 colours, 3 of each blocks. I absolutely love these. These are in my Her Class box drawers, which you would have seen in my review video, which I will leave down below if you want to see how I organise all my stationery. But I absolutely love these. These stick really well. What I do is I stick them around my room, and then when I'm done with them, for example, once I've had the test, I'll actually just stick them in the textbook that I have or in my book or something, and as soon as you take them off, they're still really sticky, so I can go and reuse them, which is what I really like. These I prefer to use over flashcards now. Get your hands on these, please do. I was going to buy like proper post-it notes by the brand, but they're just so expensive, so these are a much cheaper alternative. Now I'm going to move on to the last shop I went to. I did a pretty big Wilko order. I bought 2 things in store and the rest I ordered, and yeah, this is everything I've bought from Wilko's. 2 things I actually bought in store. You would have seen these in my vlog from the half term, but the first thing is just this A4 rule refill pad. This is like got 80 sheets in it, and it's just really nice to be able to have lined paper at home. I hate writing on paper that isn't lined. I just find like it doesn't necessarily always go wonky, but it's just so much nicer to write on lined paper, and this is perfect. I can just write notes, rip it out and put it in some binders. So this was about £1, and then the other one I got is the same, but this is a squared paper pad and this only has 50 sheets, but this is just perfect for maths. I just find when you're doing like maths work at home, and I don't necessarily want to always do it in my maths book, and then on plain paper or lined paper it doesn't quite work, so it's nice to have proper like squared maths book like normal, and this was about 80p. I then got myself some new pens. So at the beginning of the year I did buy some Papermate black pens, but they're all starting to run out, and I don't tend to use black pens too often, but sometimes it's nice to switch up from the blue, and for like assessments and things like that, it's better to write in black, I find. So I just picked up a pack of the Bic 10 pack of whether these pens are like ballpoint or whatever, biros, and this was £2.50. These are actually really expensive for pens, but they're such good quality. I don't mind. I love the blue version to pieces. I use them every day basically at school, so thought I'd spend a bit more on the black ones too. Some binders. So I got one in like a variety of colours. I had kind of like a bendy one already from Wilko's, which I have for French as we needed that, and then I had one already from like years ago, which I think I'm just going to use for maths now. So I picked up 4 binders. The first one I got is just this pink one. This one I'm using for geography, and what I also got was some of the dividers. I get 10 in a pack for 35p, so I got 2 packs of those. So hello, 70p, how cheap is that compared to like paying so much money? It's ridiculous. So yeah, this is just my geography one. Parts of it are a bit blank at the moment, so I'm just finishing off my sections. But yeah, I've just put in things like my mind maps in here. I then got a black one for science. This one's pretty full already, so I've kind of separated it into biology. So I've got all my biology mind maps in here. Then got my chemistry, all my chemistry ones, and then I've got all my physics ones. And then I've also just put in all like the formulas you need to know for the GCSE. I've got a green one, this is for English. It doesn't have maths in here yet. It's got some things to do with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I've then got some stuff, this can be like the Romeo and Juliet section here, but I haven't got anything to put in here just yet as I've stuck it in my book. I've then got things going for poetry, so I've just written out about each poet for now. The final one is for history. This is just a really nice purple one, and again I've kind of just separated it out, so I've got some notes in here, but I've also got some mind maps in here as well. And yeah, and then I've got some stuff at the back about different paper 3 exams, so it's kind of like revision guides. And then these are the mind maps I made myself, how to answer each question. So yeah, each binder was 75p, which is so. If you enjoyed this video, if you did, make sure to leave it a massive thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below as well. I find that stationery hauls are kind of neglected throughout the year because everyone kind of just does a back to school haul and then that's it. Like, you get one stationery haul per YouTuber a year really, so I thought I would actually do something a bit different, and let me know what other videos you would like to see down below. I'm thinking of doing some more makeup looks coming soon. I have some how to revise videos coming very soon as well, so let me know what subjects you're desperate to see. I'm going to be doing one for science, and then very soon I'll do one for media and history. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!